it's time to exercise what we just learned about error handling. Apply the try and accept statements to our student grades program and keep it from crashing. That's it. Good luck, and when you're finished, come back here to see the solution. So like we did in the previous lesson, we're not going to convert it to float immediately. Let's get the input first, and now let's try to convert it to float. If we can make the conversion, we don't need to do anything else. We just need to continue running the rest of the code inside the while loop. But if we can't make the conversion, so except, we're gonna print a message invalid input. Only numbers are accepted. Decimals should be separated with a dot. This is in case someone tries to input a number and use comma to separate decimals. Now there's something really important to do here, because if we finish here, we are not gonna make the conversion, and we will get to this point with a string and our program will still crash. So here's what we have to do. Inside the except statement, we're going to print that message, and we are going to jump out of this loop with a continue statement. So basically we have two validations here. First, we validate if this is a valid number, and then we validate if this number is within the range we want, which in this case is between 0 and 10. Now let's do the same thing for grade 2. Don't forget to correct the indentation when you do it, otherwise this is not going to run. So here it's going to be grade 2. And we are not making the conversion here. Now we're going to do the same thing with the total number of classes. This time we don't have to say anything about decimals because we're asking for a number of classes. And now the same thing for the absences. Okay, let's see if this is working. So let's start with negative numbers and the number higher than 10. So our program didn't accept it. And now let's try to input a string. And our program doesn't crash anymore. So we are stuck here until we input a valid number, which is exactly what we wanted. So let's try 9. And now it's asking for the grade of the second test. Let's make the same tests. This is working. This is also working. Now let's try the string. Okay, so our validation is working. Now the same thing for the total number of classes. So a negative number. Let's try a string. And this is also working. So let's try this time 10 classes. So for the number of absences, let's try a negative number. Let's try a string. And let's also try a number higher than the total number of classes, so 11. So we can see that our data validation is working. So let's try 2. And now our program finished without any problem, and it will never going to crash because of bad user input. So there you have the solution for this exercise. If you have any questions, just leave it in the Q&A section. I'll see you in the next video.